The Nettie Carter Award is given in memory of a longtime Habitat friend and volunteer, Nettie Carter. To honor a person who reflects Nettie's commitment to community building through acts of compassion and caring. This year, the Nettie Carter Award is being given in memoriam to Marie Masiosi, an outstanding Habitat volunteer who passed away in January at the age of 90. Throughout her long life, Marie never did anything halfway. A woman of deep religious faith, she attended church almost every day. A talented banker, she blazed trails for women in that industry. A proud native daughter of Paterson who lived in nearby North Halden, Marie's commitment to the people of her hometown endured all her life. 26 years of that long life were shared with Paterson Habitat. After Marie retired as a vice president of Chemical Bank, she went to work for Atlantic Stewardship Bank, an institution that has generously supported Paterson Habitat. Marie managed an Atlantic Stewardship-sponsored golf outing to benefit Paterson Habitat, and that was the beginning of Marie's dynamic support for us, which continued for the rest of her life. She used her banking skills to provide critically important financial management counseling to our homeowner families. As a vigilant friend to families, she stepped in at the first sign of trouble to prevent small financial problems from becoming big ones. Marie also served as a board member and on the Family Services Committee. She enjoyed traveling the world with her late husband, Peter, and well into her 80s, she traveled on Paterson Habitat missions to repair hurricane damage in New Orleans and build a Habitat house in Argentina. We'll always remember her, and tonight we honor her memory with the Nettie Carter Award.
Marie passed away on January 5th, just 4 months shy of her 91st birthday, so she's not able to be here to tell you what Habitat meant to her, so we're going to try to do that for her.
I've known Marie for 61 years. I started in banking in 1958, bank where Marie was working at the time, and we got to be good friends, and she was just a very, very special person. We had 16 paying and receiving tellers. We had 14 men and 1 lady, and she could handle it. And she was very compassionate, and that was the first thing that impressed me about her, and still does to this day. And she's just a wonderful people person.
I remember Marie, and Gary hit the nail on the head when he said compassion. That was Marie to me. If I could think of one word that really epitomizes Marie in her work with Habitat for Humanity here in Paterson, is her compassion toward the people who came through our program. And I remember many times in board meetings, and that goes back many, many years, in the 80s, I believe I first became involved with Habitat for Humanity, and Marie would always go back to the homeowner and how they were living and what was important to them. It was the compassion, and that's one of the things that I learned more that I tried to epitomize. She reminded me very much of another icon, Nettie Carter, who had that same compassion for people, something that not everybody possesses to that extent. So I'm blessed to have known her all these years.
Marie was very religious. She went to church every day, and I think being involved in Habitat was the way in which she expressed her love for God's people on earth and put that love into action.
I first met Marie on Habitat's initial trip to New Orleans when we did the Katrina build, and I literally met her at the airport, and we became fast friends and had wonderful experiences down there, from going to Mardi Gras parades when I taught Marie how to get in and fight for those beads being thrown off, and she walked away with 40 pounds of beads around her neck, carrying her little pocketbook and making friends along the way with everybody on that crazy street as the floats were going by, but developed a wonderful friendship with her. And she was not only compassionate, but she was happy, and there wasn't a mean bone in her body, and she loved people. And when you talked to her, you knew she was listening to you and she really cared. And I knew she was a professional businesswoman, but I can see her being the only female banker and holding her own and everybody respecting her. And she carried that till, the last day.
I had the privilege of serving on the Habitat board with Marie for a number of years, and she was just so passionate about the homeowners and their needs and how we could make life better for them, more comfortable and so on. And she was so understanding about the situations that they were in from time to time, and begged the board to be, sympathetic, if you will, to these special needs. Give them an opportunity to get back on their feet. And we really respected her because it came from her heart, and she meant it, and she really worked hard to keep all the families together and pro-Habitat.